Hello, I'm Lucas Lauricella, and I figured the best way to show you who I am is to quite literally show you life through my eyes. So I'm going to be wearing these Ray-Bans goggles to give you a look into how my interests and experiences have shaped my life today. I grew up about an hour east of San Francisco in a small town called Clayton, and if you've ever asked me where I'm from, I've probably said Walnut Creek, but that's because nobody really cares or knows about Clayton. I love to go hiking. I really like going with friends and finding cool new spots, or going by myself to decompress and get some creative inspiration. I liked growing up in Clayton, but always gravitated to the big city atmosphere across the bridge. Being surrounded by San Francisco and the Silicon Valley had a big influence on my worldview and really helped to show me how much is possible when you put your mind to something and aren't afraid to go against convention. I've always liked to explore and felt that almost everything beneficial in my life has come from stepping outside of my comfort zone in search of new experiences. We spend so much time in classrooms and behind our phones, but I think there's another aspect to the world that you can't fully understand or learn from unless you immerse yourself in new environments. That's perhaps the biggest lesson I learned from the COVID pandemic after my college plans were completely thrown off track, but I wouldn't have traded it for a thing. I ended up staying home my first semester, and through the most serendipitous series of events, I spent the semester adjusting to college life, just with Berkeley students instead of my actual school. Coming from a small town, I was amazed to see how many students came from different walks of life across the globe to educate themselves and change the world for better. I made lifelong friendships, and most importantly, saw that there are options beyond getting good enough grades to put on a suit every morning. There's an opportunity to create something you believe in and play an active role in improving the world around you. But then it was time to go to my real school, the University of Arizona. It was a rough transition with a very different culture, and I still often feel more at home in Berkeley than I do here. But things ended up working out all right. I excelled academically and maintained the same straight A's I did throughout high school, and by the end of freshman year, I received positions with both General Mills and Coca-Cola. But then sophomore year came, and I began to notice something. COVID had caused a massive shift in economic dynamics and the nature of work itself. Workers began fleeing their lucrative Wall Street jobs for something more purposeful, and this caused me to reflect on my own values and goals. I realized that for 18 years of my life, I had been more concerned with my status as a straight-A student and beating my peers in a terrible measure of ability than I was with truly learning the skills I needed to make an impact. I stopped going to most of my classes and started reading twice as much. I stopped mindlessly looking to fill my time and started soul-searching to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Enough time and exploration brought me to a fascinating plant from the Amazon rainforest called guayusa. For the past 5 months, I've been working with UA food science professors to develop a guayusa-based energy drink for my company Lucid Leaf. My partner and I are producing our first batch of cans in early May and couldn't be more excited. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to try some Lucid Leaf guayusa after our launch.